Those that have been following my posts know that I've had 2 chemical pregnancies. I don't actually live with my partner currently, which means getting pregnant can be challenging to get the right time. But because of lockdown, I've been really fortunate to be able to spend some time and have the opportunity to take that to our advantage. It's ended in 2 chemical pregnancies so far. I'm on my 3rd attempt and I ovulated on day 9, 10 where I started getting the signs, and then the ovulation occurs within that time frame. The reason how I know this is because of the cervical fluid that's present. Luckily, or unluckily, I don't know which one yet, I arrived here where I am now currently with my partner on day 14, which means this month I could have just missed it. The egg's only around about 48 hours, so you've only got a small window frame of opportunity to have a successful fertilised egg. So I arrived on day 14. It's potentially still, for me, a possibility. It's not something I'm going to know yet until next Friday. But the good news is that last night there's a possibility that I had signs of implantation bleeding. Not all people get implantation bleeding, so don't be worried if you are trying to get pregnant and you're not aware of this. But for me, personally, and this is why I share my experiences, it's always been a good sign. And when I say it's always been a good sign, I had implantation bleeding with my daughter. The rest of my pregnancies with my partner, 5 in total now, I've never had an implantation bleed. So the chemical pregnancies that I've been having, I've been getting a positive test. The egg has implanted to make that HCG rise. It's given me a positive pregnancy test. But unfortunately, for whatever reasons, biological reasons, chemical, hormonal reasons, nature has, it's not succeeded. It's not continued to implant, and the pregnancy has ended. And that is why it's called a chemical pregnancy, and I've talked more about this on my previous posts. It's very important that if you're trying to get pregnant, that you do your own research into this, because we aren't textbooks, and we are treated, if you've got a fertility issue, you are treated as textbook to a degree, like I was, and given the tests that confirm whether you are potentially infertile, bad egg supply, which is what I got told. My age, I had lots of, your body's not producing the better eggs anymore because of your age. You're not ovulating, you're not this, you're not that. And I realised that the tests were being done on the wrong days that for me. And then what started happening is the results were really positive. And I got pregnant. And I am getting pregnant. And if I was here with my partner living, I'd probably get pregnant every month, because it's been happening all this time, you know, while I've been in lockdown and been lucky to be here at those points, I've been getting pregnant. The difference is that I know I'm getting pregnant because I'm in tune. I know my body. I know what to look out for. I test. A lot of people who are trying to get pregnant might not even test. And okay, I'm finding out I'm pregnant earlier, and I'm having chemical pregnancies, so I'm having the bleed quite quickly. The menstrual cycle comes, you know, within the time frame or within a week, and I'm losing the pregnancy. But at least I know I'm getting pregnant. My egg supply is still there. But there's lots of other factors to consider. I personally have issues with progesterone when you're trying to get pregnant. The egg implants. Progesterone is there to help the egg stay implanted, because the body, my understanding is the body would treat that as almost like a foreign body. The progesterone and the hormones are there in the egg to be released, then to be fertilised, and then to implant, and that progesterone's there to keep that pregnancy strong. And I've always known I've had a progesterone issue. I was treated for progesterone with my daughter, but unfortunately, because of the side effects, it made me feel quite unwell mentally. So I had to come off it. But I'd done quite a number of weeks before I came off it, and I felt that that really helped the pregnancy. There's a lot of factors to why someone might not be, first of all, getting pregnant, and then keeping the pregnancy. So my point being that, like I've said in previous posts, you might not be getting pregnant, or you think you're not getting pregnant when you are. And that's really important to establish, because you could be having a chemical pregnancy and you might not be aware, because it can come when your period's coming. It's important for me to test to find out if I've got that positive pregnancy, because then, well, I like to be self-aware anyway. I like to know that I'm getting pregnant. So this time, hopefully, I'm going to have another positive pregnancy by next Friday. I hope, because I hope that this is a sign of implantation bleeding. It might not be, it might just be a completely coincidental occurrence, and that's something that I'm aware of. It can happen that you can just have bleeds. It didn't last long, and so I'm feeling quite positive that if I did get a positive test, that hopefully it won't end in another chemical pregnancy, because although I'm quite positive about it, and which I am, and I understand the biological processes, emotionally it has been getting to me. It's been making me feel a little bit sad at times, because it's something that I really want. So I hope that that's helpful for you today, and I will keep you informed. Keep looking at all my posts on my website, www.budbaby.co.uk. There's lots of posts there to help you for those that are interested in the pregnancy journey and fertility. I'm going to be doing a lot more posts on my own personal experiences. I'm going to do a post on the cervical fluid. It's quite specific to look out for, to know if you are, potentially ovulating. So keep a lookout.